Hi guys, this is Kacee with your Saturday daily reading. It is February 27th, 2021. We're going to pull some tarot to see what kind of messages Spirit wants to have for us today. This does cover all signs because this is a general collective reading for us all for our daily messages. So welcome. Thank you for coming. I'd love to have you all. Very appreciative that you guys are stopping by today. We're going to go ahead and pull the spirit messages first and see how we start out with that. I guess Spirit's been coming to me and giving me messages of someone that's in need of hearing this message very badly. You know, I woke up really early today and it was a calling to come pull some tarot for Saturday. So I feel that this is a strong message for someone. If this message doesn't completely resonate with you, my hope is that you get something from the reading that Spirit wants you to know, and you can apply it to your day, your circumstances, your journey, however it fits for you. Thank you for liking and subscribing. I'm so happy that you guys are tuning in for your daily messages. Get some guidance for the day. I started these because I was doing them for myself and other people to try to get some clarification for the day, to see what we were going to encounter, be blessed with, be challenged with. So I figured I would share these readings with you guys. Okay, let's get that spirit message. Wow, look at this, guys. Spirit wants us to be proud today. It reads, "It's time to celebrate all that you've achieved, all that you are, and all that you will become. Every once in a while, it's important to stop and acknowledge what you've achieved and be proud." Spirit wants us to be proud of all of our accomplishments, the things that we have done, things that we have overcome, the drama and the trauma that we don't talk about that we're working on internally. Sometimes it's just being proud that you didn't rip someone's head off someday at work or in traffic or in the grocery store. You kept your cool with your kids, your parents, your spouses. You know, it can be as small as that, you know, you were really triggered and you kept your shit together and you didn't explode. You didn't say what was on your mind. And then you sit back and you think, thank goodness I didn't say that or do that, because that was out of frustration or anger or sadness or being hurt or whatever it is. Now, most of this message is coming to me that you should be proud of where you've been, what you've done, who you are now. You know, because the lessons through our journey make us who we are, and some of the lessons that we've gone through are really, really hard, heartbreaking. It can really destroy your soul in some aspects. But you made it through that day. You made it to another day. You may have been changed due to the circumstances, but be proud of who you are now. I'm going to start with these two cards here, and we're coming up with the Knight of Pentacles as well as the Death card, both in reverse. This is telling me that there's been some hold on you, that you were not able to do things on your own or do things the way you wanted to do them, and you were keeping yourself at bay from doing these things because of fear of failure, fear of people judging you, fears of it's going to hurt you economically. Something is going to have to really be sacrificed, or someone's going to be hurt if you do this the way you want to do this. But the Death in reverse is telling me that you're coming out of that fear. You're finding a way around it. You're coming to some kind of closure with this situation, or a conclusion as to your thoughts of fear they were all in your head. They weren't a real obstacle for you to have to overcome. It was basically in your head. So this is telling me that you are afraid to move forward in this aspect, this new relationship, getting out of an old relationship, taking on a new job. Something was holding you back. And the Ten of Wands talks about having all these responsibilities and these burdens and things that you have to do for yourself, for other people, for your boss, for just just to get by on a day-to-day basis can be a struggle sometimes. Sometimes we ease through the week and we're like, yeah, we got this. And then other times it's like every time we do something, it's another huge problem. It's like you open up a can of worms just trying to fix one thing, and then 8 other things come to play into the situation, and it's even more of a burden. And you were like, really, why did I even start this? And you may feel that some of this that you're going through is a huge burden. There was a lot of things put upon you. A lot of you, I feel that you were stuck in a situation. You had to bail everyone out. Everyone came to you for advice, for help, for finances, for food, whatever the case is. And you were not able to do what you wanted to do. You couldn't put that finances in your savings account because you were bailing out a family member because they were in need. And not that you regret it, but it's something that you had to take from your resources to help someone else. The fear in the reverse is saying you're coming out of that. You're walking away from these burdens. You're going to be able to put that money back in the bank. You're going to start that new job. You're going to start that new craft. It's going to pay off. Be proud of who you are. The lessons and the roadblocks, so to speak, that we have faced in the past only made us stronger, only made us work harder. Be proud of who you are. Be proud of where you came from. And be proud of what you know. Here we have the King of Cups. That's all about having your emotional balance in check. Yes, look at that, 8 of Swords in reverse. Coming out of that confusion, okay, where you didn't think that you can do this, but you're putting your whole heart and soul into whatever it is, and you're very strong about how you think this should turn out, and you're proud of yourself after you go through these burdens. 5 of Swords in reverse, a very good card, because that's releasing of the past, acknowledging what had happened, kind of taking a step back and looking at it from a different perspective and realizing it is what it is. There's nothing you can do about it. Now it's time to just acknowledge that it was and accept it for how it was. This is a very good transformation energy, going from one to another and being proud. Even in our worst situations, as we become stronger, we become more proud of ourselves for taking care of that issue, that person. Here we have the Wheel of the Year in the upright, which means this is a close of that cycle. That is now behind us. It's time to take today as today offers and move forward. You have all of the elements of all the different signs. You have the Cup, the Pentacle, the Wand, and the Sword. So you take all of those elements as you work towards your new beginning, as you take that journey and you learn those lessons so you can start fresh on something different. When we finally learn the message of the journey and the lesson, we're able to start new and we're able to take that knowledge forward. And that's really huge. Okay, so the 5 of Wands came out sideways and it popped out of the deck. So I'm going to leave it like that as the challenge for us, that lesson we have to do for today, for tomorrow. That this is telling us we have to fight for what we want. If we want our dreams to come true, we have to fight for it. Don't be afraid of the extra burdens it's going to put upon you. Take that as a challenge. Don't take it as a war. Here we have the King of Swords coming in to say that we are going to be clear thinkers. We're going to really know what we want. We've put everything into balance. We're ready to fight for what we want. But analytically, we're going to be able to outsmart the situation. We're going to be able to think outside of the box. We're going to come to a conclusion, a balance, something that is going to help us in this new journey that we're on. Wow, check it out. Now you come in, or we come in with the shadow side. This is the fear card. This is death. This is the same one as the other card. Shadow side is all about the fears, thinking that we can't do it. You go from this balance and you have to fight that, okay? This is what this is saying here. I mean, I can't say it any more perfect. You have to fight for what you want, guys. Whether it's a person, place, or thing, a gift, this is what you have to fight for. Because the 5 of Wands on top of the Wheel of the Year is like you have to fight for what you want. And you have to be clear about it. You have to think about it logically and not be afraid of moving forward, not being afraid of taking that step, not being afraid of saying, you know what, maybe I can't balance this, maybe I can't do this, but I'm going to try. And if this doesn't work, I'm going to try something else. You know, my friend and I have an analogy that we're just throwing jello at the wall and see what sticks. You know what I'm saying? So if you have a mission and you really don't know which way to kind of get it started, just start somewhere. Do something. If you are in a situation that you feel like you need to find a solution to, keep researching, keep looking, keep listening to your guides, listening to the messages. The answer is in there. The answer is within you. And be proud can also be you knowing the answer. Feel free to stand your ground. You've been here. You've done a few things. You've had a couple rotations around the sun, been around the block. You've had some journeys that you should be able to rely on your own intuition and your own wisdom. Let's see what our angel message card is for the day, guys. And it's Chantal, and it says, a new romance is imminent, either with a newcomer or through reignited passion in your existing relationship. Be open to giving and receiving love. Be open to this in all aspects, whether it is romance, friendship, family, you loving yourself, you loving this craft, your job, whatever it is that's motivating you right now. Know that you can do this. It's going to be a challenge, but you have to fight for what you want. Don't be afraid, and don't let those fears muddle your thoughts, muddle your dreams, muddle what you're trying to get done. Okay, so put those fears aside and be that King of Swords energy, and be very analytical about what you're doing, and believe in yourself, because you can do this. This is an amazing message. Thank you so much for tuning in and sharing this with me today. I really hope you tune in tomorrow. Take care.